So from future stars to present superstars under pressure. And yes, Osimhen controversy star in AFCON hot water. Victor Osimhen's fiery temperament has once again sparked debate at AFCON. His intensity defines Nigeria's attack, but critics worry it could cross the line at crucial moments. And let's start from here. Is Osimhen's aggression a weapon Nigeria needs or a ticking time bomb?
I think it's a ticking time bomb because when it explodes, it's going to explode in everybody's face. But at the moment now, we just have to manage it because of the situation where we are at ongoing right now. What I mean by situation, the progress we are actually making now, the African Cup of Nations.
But to look at this Osimhen issue, will you say there are no strikers with the same temperament and they ended up being top in their careers in Europe? You know, Osimhen's issue is not as if he's arrogant. It's more or less the passion on the field. You heard what he was telling Lookman. It was a clear statement. Play for the team. It was clear as daylight. Play. And sometimes when the team wants to win, these kinds of things are not far-fetched. Yes, it was just maybe a bit brutal saying it in front of the camera, while some others say it in the dressing room. What say you?
Well, I think it's a necessary thing for him to have done in that kind of game where we are already leading by, I think, by 3 goals by then. You know, and Lookman, to be honest, has been the best player on the pitch that day. And if you ask me overall between Lookman and Osimhen, who has been Nigerian best player at the ongoing African Cup of Nations.
No, this is not. You are comparing. See, you are taking this conversation. We are not talking about the best. We are talking about that decision at that point in time. Was Ademola Lookman right not to set that pass? At that point, you know that, see, the complaint was not about Ademola Lookman's performance the whole game. It was at that point in time. Was he right not to set the pass?
Well,
or was he wrong?
Ademola Lookman is an attacker that wants to get the goal, like every other attacker there. But if you look at before that time, Ademola Lookman has already provided.
Don't go back to that time.
No.
Let's narrow it down to a yes or no. When Ademola Lookman was in that position, should he have passed the ball or take the shot? I need an answer.
I think he should take the shot. You know, for me, because there's no any guarantee that if he passed the ball, the person that he passed the ball will also get the goal. And like I said,
you are taking it beyond what I am asking, because realistically, if you remove sentiment, Osimhen was in a better position. He was in a better position to get the goal. And now looking at it, where Lookman was, it was a tight angle. Now, at that point, forget what Lookman has done all the moment of the game. We're talking about that situation. What if it was a nil-nil situation? Wait, at that point in time, if you were Ademola Lookman, would you have passed the ball or tried to hit on target?
Well, it's a two-way, like you said. If the game
just answer the question. If you were there, what would be your decision?
Let me start by saying the standard of Ademola Lookman, his own pedigree or the caliber of player he is, I think he would definitely go for the goal. And why we are having this conversation?
You are taking it. Wait. No. You are taking this thing off point. I just want you to answer. Leave Ademola Lookman the big name or whatever. We are talking about decision making at a particular point in time, which gave back to Osimhen's complaint. Was Ademola Lookman right to take that attempt at that point, or to set a pass? So if you were Ademola Lookman, would you set a pass or go at goal? Which one would be the best decision that the coach will not complain, bearing in mind that the team needs that goal?
Well, I think I will go for goal. What I'm saying,
yeah, because so that's just what I want.
I just want to clarify something.
See,
why saying
no, there's no.
If
reverse
was the case, if it was Victor Osimhen that was there with the ball, then and it goes for goal.
Do you know that
people will be saying
no. This thing you said. Go and check the Nigeria's first game. The goal Ademola Lookman score. Osimhen was in a good place to take it. Listen. No.
You can't be passing.
You're making a mistake. Wait. You're making a mistake. Listen. When you're making a mistake, is you are talking about instinct. No, it's not instinct. It's about being. See, some like for instance, I change. There are times that as an attacker, you know that you should pass this ball and you take it. See, against was it Tunisia or Tanzania? The ball Osimhen passed. He could have taken it on goal, and Osimhen had not had the goal in that tournament at that time. Listen, and he passed that ball to Ademola Lookman. He could have taken it, but Ademola Lookman was in a better place to score. So that's what we are talking about. Now, when you look at, see, Nigerians are very emotional. When we talk about these kinds of things, we should be practical about it. What if the scoreline was 0-0? But the scoreline. See, let me now tell you. If the scoreline, see, one thing about footballers is this: if the scoreline was 0-0, most likely, the way he took it was the way we most likely take it, because instinct. Now we are talking about decision making, because Osimhen complained about the decision he made at that particular point in time.
Well, Victor Osimhen is not the progress we are actually making now, the African Cup of Nations.
But to look at this Osimhen issue, will you say there are no strikers with the same temperament and they ended up being top in their career in Europe? You know, Osimhen's issue is not as if he's arrogant. It's more or less the passion on the field. You heard what he was telling Lookman. It was a clear statement. Play for the team. It was clear as daylight. Play, and sometimes when the team wants to win, these kinds of things are not far-fetched. Yes, it was just maybe a bit brutal saying it in front of the camera, while some others say it in the dressing room. What say you?
Well, I think it's a necessary thing for him to have done in that kind of game where we are already leading by 3 goals by then. You know, and Lookman, to be honest, has been the best player on the pitch that day. And if you ask me overall between Lookman and Osimhen, who has been Nigerian best player at the ongoing African Cup of Nations.
No, this is not. You are comparing. See, you are taking this conversation. You are not talking about the best. We are talking about that decision at that point in time. Was Ademola Lookman right not to set that pass? At that point, you know that, see, the complaint was not about Ademola Lookman's performance the whole game. It was at that point in time. Was he right not to set the pass?
Well,
was he wrong?
Ademola Lookman is an attacker that wants to get the goal, like every other attacker there. But if you look at before that time, Ademola Lookman has already provided.
Don't go back to that time.
No.
Let's narrow it down to a yes or no. When Ademola Lookman was in that position, should he have passed the ball or take the shot? I need an answer.
I think he should take the shot. You know, for me, because there's no any guarantee that if he passed the ball, the person that he passed the ball will also get the goal.
Where Lookman was, it was a tight angle. Now, at that point, forget what Lookman has done all the moment of the game. We're talking about that situation. What if it was a 0-0 situation? Wait, at that point in time, if you were Ademola Lookman, would you have passed the ball or tried to hit on target?
Well, it's a two-way, like you said. If the game
just answer the question. If you were there, what would be your decision?
Let me start by saying the caliber of player he is, I think he would definitely go for the goal. And when we are having this conversation, you are taking it.
Wait. No. You are taking this thing off point. I just want you to answer. Leave Ademola Lookman the big name or whatever. We are talking about decision making at a particular point in time, which gave back to Osimhen's complaint. Was Ademola Lookman right to take that attempt at that point, or to set a pass? So if you were Ademola Lookman, would you set a pass or go at goal? Which one would be the best decision that the coach will not complain, bearing in mind that the team needs that goal?
Well, I think I will go for goal.
What I'm saying, yeah, because so that's just what I want.
I just want to clarify something. Why saying
there's no.
If reverse was the case, if it was Victor Osimhen that was there with the ball, then and it goes for goal,
do you know that
people will be saying
no. This thing you said, go and check the Nigeria's first game. The goal Ademola Lookman score. Osimhen was in a good place to take it. Listen. No.
You can't be passing.
You're making a mistake. Wait. You're making a mistake. Listen. When you are making a mistake, is you are talking about instinct. No, it's not instinct. It's about being. See, some like for instance, I change. There are times that as an attacker, you know that you should pass this ball and you take it. See, against was it Tunisia or Tanzania? The ball Osimhen passed. He could have taken it on goal, and Osimhen had not had. Listen, and he passed
games to play tonight in tonight's Champions League. And as it is right now, this is the 20th minute of the match, or the match is going on right now in Europe, and we have some clubs already leading while some are trailing. Arsenal is already leading by 2-1 against Kairat Almaty right there in London, and Athletic Club Bilbao is on a draw 1-1 with Sporting CP. Atletico Madrid right there at the one-day Metropolitano in Spain is leading Bodo Glimt by 1-0. Barcelona is on the back leg right now, back foot, suffering 0-1 against the visitors FC Copenhagen. Let's take you first. How do you think this Napoli-Chelsea match will play out tonight?
I think it will be a difficult win for Chelsea. Napoli needs to win this. I think it's going to be difficult, but let's see how far Chelsea can sustain that lead. But yeah, it will be a difficult one. We saw the news that 2 Chelsea fans were stabbed. So it's going to be a very hostile environment. And let's see how the boys will manage.
Right, so we expect a hostile environment. Perhaps the Italians are not going to take it lightly, just to make sure that Napoli, their favorite, is sent to qualify for the next stage of the Champions League. But also,
football is very different. So I think they've done very well. If they could keep it all 24 points, if I'm not mistaken, from 8 games. 24. Fantastic. First team to do it in this format. But can they keep up when it gets to the knockout stage? Can they stay on track? Can they stay without bottling it? And we saw that, there's a rich depth for the Arsenal squad now. So I think that is where the question becomes. Can they sustain this momentum into the knockout stage? Because group stage games are different from knockout stage. So let's see the approach of Mikel Arteta. I think if there's anything he should have learned over the years, how to marshal his way through the knockout stages, and let's see how far it goes from there.
All right, so as it is right now, the table is looking a little bit different from what it was before the start of this match, the 8th of Champions League, European Champions League. Right there, Arsenal right now, the top 8 is occupied as it is right now with all the score lines. Top 8 occupied by Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Real Madrid number 5, and Chelsea at number 6. Manchester City number 7, Atletico Madrid at number 8. And right below them from 8 to 24, you have a barrage of clubs right there. Tottenham Hotspur, Sporting CP, Atalanta, Newcastle United, Inter, Barca, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Leverkusen, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, Club Brugge, Karabakh FC, AS Monaco, and PSV Eindhoven, completed by Marseille. Those are the bottom 18 between the 9th and the 24th position. Paulo, let's take it from here, because the way it looks like some are just going to be rigid. Every club wants to be rigid and stay in the top 8 as much as possible. And these guys that are staying in top 8 seem to look comfortable. Atletico Madrid seem to be in comfort zone against Bodo Glimt, especially when they are playing at the Wanda Metropolitano in Spain. And then you also have the likes of Chelsea dominating the match right there. You have Arsenal almost sure to retain that position, and Man City seem to be leading that match, and they may just retain that way. So if it ends the way it is right now with these club sides taking the lead positions, what do you think is the future of these other European giants that are below the top 8, the likes of FC Barcelona, Inter Milan? Those were the finalists and semi-finalists of last season. Juventus, and then you have Dortmund, you have the likes of well, those are I've mentioned Inter, Barca, Juve, Dortmund, and those are like the big giants in that region who seem to be like top 4.
I think Paris Saint-Germain should be among them also.
Paris Saint-Germain has moved to number 4 as it is right now.
Okay. Yeah.
So what do you think is the future for those guys?
Well, I think they have to just accept that they cannot make. They'll be playing the
playoffs.
The playoffs, yeah. So they have to start from the playoff. One thing about the top 8 is that it gives you extra 2 match day of rest. Then you look at the teams that are playing. You try to the manager use that opportunity to look at every other teams that are there. There's a possibility to make this team and this. Then you study how they play. So and also when you make the top 8, I think there's some certain guarantee of you are going to be playing your first when it comes to the knockout stages now, your home games you'll be playing, your first games you'll be going away, while your opponent will be coming to play against you. So it's a very good advantage for those people that will be making the top 8. But at the same time, we saw Paris Saint-Germain last season. They won the Champions League, but they won it through they came from the playoff, to all the way. We saw the team that occupied the first position last season, Liverpool. At the first game round of the knockout stages, they were knocked out by the same Paris Saint-Germain. So it doesn't mean that you go through the playoff or you go through the top 8. That doesn't stop you from winning the Champions League.
So some clubs actually have the ability to develop as they grow in the tournament, and they manifest like PSG did last season. Yeah. But as it is right now, it looks like Arsenal, that was in the semi-final last season, is getting stuck in first position here, and you can see PSG also looking at the 4th position. The way it is, I think Arsenal might go far here. What do you think here, Matt? But the way they're sitting, their comfort position, and from what he just described, Liverpool was on top, and PSG came from nowhere, got them out, and PSG got the position. Arsenal seem to be pretty comfortable here this season.
One thing I've discovered about knockout football is it is knockout football. You never can tell, because a team can come, pack the balls, get to the penalty, eliminate the best side. So I think that yes, there is the probability of Arsenal going very far, but it is just probability. They need to show up. It's not as if these 8 wins that they've had will be a leverage for them going into the knockout stage.
Right.
It won't be a leverage. So if they lose the next game, they can be as good as out of the competition. We saw Liverpool
in 2-0 against Galatasaray. Paulo, Galatasaray is parading one of ours, Victor Osimhen, number 9, VO9 from Nigeria, topping the attack for Galatasaray, and City is leading by 2-0 here. What are their chances with Osimhen?
Well, I think the chances of qualifying is still very much. Going to the round of the playoff round is still very, high, given the fact that the other teams are still not. Most of the teams that are below them are still, before the start of the game are still below them. But it's 2-0, and it's becoming a big mountain for them to climb. But we've just seen half an hour of football played already, so they can still turn things around. But it's going to be a very difficult one, given the fact they're playing away against Manchester City. So I think Galatasaray should be looking at the possibility of playing the playoff.
Right, we also see Real Madrid scoring one goal there through that the gentleman, the forward man, the talisman in front, Kylian Mbappe, putting one in at the 30th minute. How do you fancy the chances of Madrid in this game? I think Benfica has resisted for half an hour, and Mbappe found the net. Do you think Benfica can come back and undo that, or do you think Madrid will just go on a romp as they always do?
Yeah, I think that Madrid is a way bigger side, full of talent that they have at their disposal. And I think Benfica has been a team that has struggled a bit this season. And with the way things are going, I think that they might be ousted of the Champions League this season. So I think that, yeah, it's a game that Real Madrid should take all the available points right there.
Okay, so if the scores remain the way they are, Benfica is presently sitting out of the qualification zone, particularly at the 32nd position out of 36, which is pretty deep in relegation, if you want to consider this as a relegation out of the league. 32nd position out of 36, with only 6 points in 8 matches so far. And with Real Madrid scoring first, Real Madrid moves up into the 3rd position with 18 points, closely just 1 point behind Bayern Munich, who is leading them by just 1 point at 19 as it is right now. So, Paulo, let's look at Bayern Munich here. Okay, so what is the strength of this Bayern Munich team? They score a lot of goals. Look at their goal difference here. 13 goal difference for them in 8 matches, 19 points. They score a lot of goals, and even in the league, they score a lot of goals. So what do you attribute to this for Bayern Munich?
I think it's the way they play. They play free-flowing football, and they rely on their attackers, wingers, and their number 9. They all contribute to them going forward and getting those goals. I think what's his name now? Harry Kane is one of the highest goal scorers in Europe at the moment now, and even in the Champions League, and even in the league also. That's a league there. So Bayern Munich, they're a very free scoring team, and also if you look at the table, you can see they've scored 20 goals and conceded only 7. And out of that 7, I think they conceded 3 against Arsenal. So they've been good at going forward and also defensively. So it's as a result of having players are very direct when it comes to attacking football. And right now they have this guy who is just coming back also from injury, Yaman Musiala, and we know with Musiala also he gets in the mix also and get those goals. You could see they have the likes of Harry Kane, Serge Gnabry, the former Liverpool player now. I'm trying to remember his name now. Luis Diaz and co. So they're very good attacking side. So they are free-flowing team.
Right, so we see a lot, we expect a lot more of goals from them. Germans, Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Of course, they're bound to remain in top 8. So we're definitely going to see them in the second round of 16 fixtures as it is. And so many goals. And yeah, Mike, just while we're talking, we saw Napoli equalizing Chelsea's goal there, neutralizing the first goal as it is. And this pushes Chelsea back to number 9 on this log from what they used to be number 4. And I asked about how do you fancy their chances there. Does Chelsea have the firepower to defeat these Italians as it is?
Yeah, I think they do, but I mentioned being in an hostile environment, and it's going to be very difficult at Naples, one city where the football fans are really deep into the game. But I think that The guys are still young. They will learn. Most likely, maybe they can just come up with a point, and if not careful, maybe lose it. But if they can come out strong, Kopama is on the bench, introducing him in the second half can do Chelsea a whole lot of good, and see, let's see where they go from there. But it looks like a game that will be a very difficult game for Chelsea.
Now, some team has just dropped out of the top 8, and I think some team just got drawn. Yes, that's Atletico Madrid just dropped out of the top 8 by a draw, an equalizer from Bodo Glimt right there,
And
putting
Benfica
Chelsea
too.
back to number 8 as it is. So much drama going on, viewers out there. You can join us on the conversation at Premier Sports Fan Center right here on YouTube or Facebook. You can hit us right now with your comment. Just load it down there. What do you think of all the drama going on in the match day 8 of Champions League, UEFA Champions League 2025-2026 edition? And we're enjoying so much drama right here in the studio, and so many matches to see. I mean, 18 matches being played simultaneously right there all over Europe, and we saw that happen. Atletico Madrid seemed to be coasting, and suddenly Bodo Glimt equalize, and now they are shaky. They have to come forward, and Benfica has scored a goal equalizing Real Madrid's lead, and Real Madrid has automatically dropped back to their 5th position as it is against the 3rd position where they sat before, and Chelsea still remains on number 8 as it is. And obviously so many ups and downs, so many movements in the chart as it is.
Arsenal made it 3.
And Arsenal takes the lead, and I think Arsenal is going to live up to their prediction tonight.
Yeah, is expected. Kairat, they should be defeating Kairat.
Like, how many goals are you envisaging?
As much as possible.
5, 6, 7?
5, 6. As much as possible.
It's going to be a romp
I
on Kairat, right?
expecting Kairat to get a goal.
Right.
in this game,
No, but Kairat has always scored. They've been losing, but they score.
but
Paulo.
I wasn't expecting them to get a goal.
What is the fate of this beautiful club in this tournament? This was a club that once challenged for Champions League, challenged everything. They got as far as, almost winning the Champions League. They won it once or twice before. Right now they sit on the 32nd position. 32nd position with 7 points. Their name is Ajax of Amsterdam. What is the fate of this club in this year's edition?
Yeah, Ajax and Villarreal, they are the 2 teams. If you ask me, I think they've been the most disappointing team in the league phase, because I expected a lot, more especially from Villarreal. But if you ask me about Ajax, I think Ajax, they've been struggling from. Look at Ajax in the last 2-3 seasons. They've been a club the last going back to, let's say, almost a decade now. They've been selling their best players every season. They sell, but they've not been recruiting. They believe in bringing on from the academy, which has really affected them. I think Ajax. At the start of the group's league phase, I wasn't expecting them to be as low as this in the league. This 6 points they got, it was recent wins for them in the Champions League, their last 2 games, which they actually won. In fact, I didn't even believe, I wasn't expecting them to win. That was against Villarreal. Yeah, they went away to win against Villarreal. And the other one, I think they won against, there was this club again, I'm trying to remember their name. I didn't even expect them to win the game, given the fact the way they were playing right from the start. So I think Villarreal, Ajax, I don't see the possibility of them making it to the next round. They just have to, play today, go back to the drawing board. In the league, I think they're doing a little bit fine. I think they're in the 2nd position behind PSV Eindhoven there. So they
Ajax.
just have to Ajax behind. I think they're 2nd position in the league,
I think
behind
they're still
PSV.
3rd.
Wow, but I know they are doing.
Feyenoord is still ahead. Feyenoord won over the weekend.
So I think they are doing fine. So they just have to go back and push for probably qualifying back to the Champions League next season. Then equipped, bring in players during this current window, now ongoing window. I think they've brought in some experienced player. Recently, Zinchenko have moved from Arsenal. Actually, was on loan at Nottingham Forest. He has joined them, and one other players also. So I think they need experience, because you look at their their team. They have too many young players. Too many young players. So
very
they need
inexperienced
really experienced players. And if they can do that, I think they will come back stronger next season.
Right, so there's a hope that Ajax may just return to that position where they were in the European Champions League. The highly coveted trophy, the highly placed, in fact, the best club football competition in the world, the European Champions League. As it is right now, goals are just raining all over Europe. Arsenal leading by 3-1 against Kairat Almaty. Athletic Club Bilbao leading 2-1 against Sporting CP. And Atletico Madrid drawing 1-1 against Bodo Glimt right there. Barca still trailing Copenhagen right there at the Camp Nou. And Bayer Leverkusen 2 goals up against Villarreal. Oh, Villarreal. The Yellow Submarines are really suffering here. And we have Benfica, is fighting it out, really teasing it out with Real Madrid 1-1 here at the 41st minute of the game. And we also have Club Brugge dragging around Marseille, the great Marseille, Olympique de Marseille of France, being dragged by Club Brugge right there, 2-0. Liverpool also, Liverpool walking alone, 2 goals ahead of Karabag, and Karabag is here to catch up at all, not even 1. Manchester City 1, Galatasaray is still 0 against them. Napoli 1, Chelsea 1. Eindhoven is still 0 against Bayern Munich, and Pafos FC still leads Slavia Prague by 1-0. Paris Saint-Germain still leads Newcastle by 1-0. And Galileo and Atalanta all at 0 as it is. So that's actually round up at the 41st minute. Now they're moving into the 42nd minute of the game. The encounters going on in the Champions League. And yeah, man, let's take a look at what the second round could be like, and let's take a little prediction, into the second round of this Champions League. Can you give us about mention 8 clubs that will be at the second round?
I think that the top 8, right?
Yes, let's just give us like 8 that will likely be at the second round, and Polo will give us the remaining 8 that will be in the round of 16.
In the second round, the second round is round of 16, and I think Arsenal, I think Madrid will be there, I think Bayern Munich will be there, I think Man City will be there.
That's 4.
I think PSG will be there.
5.
I think most likely Tottenham, because of the opponents, will be there.
6.
And I think
about Liverpool?
I think Liverpool too will be there.
7.
Then Chelsea.
That's 8. Paulo, this is going to be difficult because has virtually taken the short ones. So let's hear the next 8 that will likely be there.
Well, those 8 are probably the ones that will be playing the what do they call it? The playoff.
The playoffs.
The playoff. I think that there should be more than 8 playing.
No, we're looking at 8 that may
they're guaranteed.
That may, I think like it go through.
Yeah. I'm not sure because
nobody's sure. This is a prediction.
Yeah, no, I just want to confirm something. On the log there, we have Club Brugge sitting number. You can just let me,
Club Brugge is number 22.
22. So, okay. So I think Club Brugge will definitely make it.
Okay.
Because they've given themselves opportunity now. Because all they just need this game is for them to win, and they are doing that. We'll be seeing Club Brugge in the next round among the 8 that will qualify. Yeah, Newcastle. I think Napoli also.
That's 3.
Chelsea.
Chelsea is already being placed in the top 8 by Yemi.
Okay. Napoli.
You can choose.
Juventus also.
Juventus number 4.
Juventus. Inter Milan. Is Inter Milan
number 5?
You didn't mention Inter Milan. Borussia Dortmund also.
Number 6.
You mentioned Tottenham also.
Number 6.
You mentioned Tottenham. Bayer Leverkusen.
Number 7.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Number 7.
Bayer Leverkusen, and Sporting CP.
Number 8, and you've forgotten Barcelona at all. No chance for Barca?
I think there's chance for Barca,
Okay, so who are you going to
Olympiacos and
remove?
Co.
And most clubs have to go and rest. And as it is at halftime, we'll just take a look at the scoreline once again. And Ajax is still playing 0-0 with Olympiacos. Arsenal 3 goals, 1 against Kairat Almaty. Athletic Bilbao leading 2-1 against Sporting CP. Atletico Madrid by 1 against Sporting CP. Atletico Madrid 1-1 against Bordeaux. 1-1 against Bordeaux. Glimt. And Barca still trailing Copenhagen. Glimt. And Barca still trailing Copenhagen right there. Leverkusen 2 goals ahead of Villarreal. Benfica 1 against Real Madrid. Dortmund 0, Inter 0. Club Brugge 2, Marseille 0. Liverpool 2, Karabakh FC 0. Man City 2, Galatasaray 0. Monaco 0, Juventus 0. Pafos FC 1, and Slavia Prague has pulled one back just before the turn of halftime. And Slavia Prague 1 as well as Pafos FC 1. PSG 1, and Newcastle also pulled one back, making 1-1 by halftime. PSG 1, Newcastle 1. PSV Eindhoven 0, Bayern Munchen 0. Napoli 2, Chelsea 1. Wow, Napoli has overtaken and leading Chelsea right now. And Union St. Galileo's 0, Atalanta 0. So as the log stands, as it is right now, we have Arsenal, Bayern Munchen, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Man City, Tottenham Hotspur, PSG, Newcastle in the top 8 position. The rest are Atletico Madrid, Atalanta, Inter, Chelsea, Barca, Sporting CP, UV, Borussia Dortmund, Bayer Leverkusen, Athletic Club, Napoli, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, Club Brugge, Karabakh, AS Monaco, Eindhoven, Marseille, Karabakh, AS Monaco, Eindhoven, Marseille, Olympiacos, all occupying. Monaco is the last of the bottom 16 that will likely contest for the playoff should the games end this way. It's now halftime right there in Europe, and virtually all the matches have been brought to a halt for this period. So where players have to take their break and go and get some knowledge, some head fixing from the coaches right there while the stadium is watered and rested. Right now, what do you think will be going on in the minds of the Chelsea boss? What is he going to be telling his players in this period?
I think they need to attack, and this is one of the things that has been Chelsea's problem that I keep talking about over time, is that they lose a lot of games from a winning position. They score first a whole lot of games this season, even under the previous manager. So, and that's one of the things that come with inexperience, is the players will grow, and the time they grow, the club will keep dropping important points. We saw the Karabakh game, how they also decapitalized, like how they broke down, that allowed Karabakh grow into that game. So I think that Benfica just took the lead against Real Madrid.
Wow.
But it is what it is. I think that for them to go that route they are going, they know that these are the sacrifices they make.
Right, so Chelsea has to buckle up and get something out of this. Otherwise, they will be on their back as it is. They will have to, but they will qualify for the playoff, I guess. So as it is, Chelsea is trailing by 1-2 against Napoli, who are comfortable right there in Italy. And we understand the Real Madrid has just Benfica.
Yeah, Benfica leading 2-1 from a penalty.
Benfica has just scored one at the turn of the half, leading Real Madrid right now by 2-1 right there in Portugal. Poloski, how can Madrid come back from this?
Well, I think they can come back, same as Chelsea. I still want to believe Chelsea, probably a draw might be good enough for them to make the top 8, because you look at it, they were in the top 8 before they considered that goal. Then immediately they considered that goal, they dropped out. So I think 1 point, because before the start of this game, the teams from 9, I think, is it 9? Yeah, from I think from 6 to 13. If I'm correct, they all have the same point, and at the moment there are teams among those teams that are not winning also, but they are still playing draw. So a point for Chelsea might bring them back into the top 8. And Real Madrid, I think Real Madrid just need to avoid defeat, because before today they have about 14 points, if I'm correct, and with a point, if they can get a draw, they will definitely got 15 points. I think 15 points will be enough for them to make it.
I think Real Madrid is comfortable even with the loss. They have 15 points.
Yeah.
They're comfortable. They can sit there.
No, I think they'll be having 15 points. Yeah. So I think that but they won't want to take the defeat. They'll prefer at least getting the point.
It is actually risky.
It is risky because
risky,
Atletico Madrid can come back.
But they are not winning also.
If Atletico Madrid should
that's
get 2
why it's
extra
risky,
points,
because
Atletico Madrid should win this game. They're going to go to 16 points.
That's what I'm saying. Madrid just need to avoid defeat.
They just need a draw to stay on 16 points.
That's what I'm
because they have a beautiful
just need to avoid defeat.
Goal difference of 10 right there. Goal difference of 10, and that's beautiful. Barca needs to get a win to get to 16 points, but with a very poor goal difference. Chelsea also.
Not just Barca needs more than a win. Needs to win convincingly.
That's why we say to get goal difference advantage as well. Otherwise, they will be on 16 points. But with the 16 points, they can still sit.
That's nice. It depends on the players that will be the manager have to remove for those ones who come in. So it now depends on the manager. And I think if I'm to call any name, mistake Obama.
Okay, so yeah, man, let's take a deeper look at the Chelsea squad, the players on the field as it is. Who will likely be the first sacrifice by the coach?
I think that Malo Gusto might be withdrawn, and probably either of Esteva or Pedro Neto will most likely be withdrawn.
So Malo Gusto may go for who?
Malo Gusto may go for, if the manager wants to attack, you reduce the number of bodies defensively. And when you look at that defense, the list name there that could be withdrawn easily has to be Malo Gusto. And
likely Gusto off. And maybe Esteval as time goes on. And then Garnacho or Palmer coming in to raise the temperature of the attack. Okay, so that's wonderful. Let's check again and see what's going on with some other challenge 0-1, and they're parading their best front leg as it is. Of course, the Frankie de Jong is not on the field because of suspension. He has amassed enough yellow cards, got 3 yellow cards, which kept him off this table. And Barca has the strongest forward than Olmo, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, and Robert Lewandowski. What changes can we see here, Paulo?
I think the manager needs to still stick with the 11. I believe he has seen what happened in the first half. And he needs during the 10 or 15 minutes of the break, we'll be communicating with them, telling them these are the areas we lack, and we need to take our chances. It's not that Barcelona are not creating chances; they are creating, but putting the ball at the back of the net is the issue. And you have the likes of Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski. You have what's his name again now, Lamine Yamal. I think these are the best finishers at the club at the moment. Though I think Rashford is out not on the pitch, so we might be seeing Rashford coming on. But I don't expect too many changes from the forward line, other than probably Rashford and is it Fernando? What's his name? Ferran Torres. Yeah. So. But I believe this same 11 might be coming on after the break, probably after the first 10 minutes. If things still remain the same, then you see the likes of Torres, Rashford, and co coming on for Barcelona.
Okay, so Rashford is going to likely come in for who? Because Rafinha is holding the left front position and Lamine Yamal the right front position and Daniel Olmo right in the center.
I think Lewandowski might be withdrawn because the manager will need pace. Want to hit probably the way Barcelona play. They play with eye line. When once the team attacks, and Barcelona can get the ball and hit them on the break. So you have the likes of Ferran Torres and Marcus Rashford. They are more quicker than what's his name now again? Fernando. Lewandowski. Yeah.
Right. So Yama, do you have anything to say to this Barca team?
Yeah, I think one thing they've shown since the last season is that they know how to come back. Copenhagen, yes, one team that has been really, really good in Champions League this season, but I think all hands should be on deck for Barcelona to come back. And I think one guy they will miss in the absence of Pedri and missing De Jong. I think the connection, the bromax in that midfield will be felt because Pedri brings a lot and De Jong complements. So losing the two of them at the same time, I think there will be a lot of
disadvantage.
Just mixed communication in that midfield. The bromax, the cohesion, the understanding that those two have. Now missing those two in the same game, it will matter, especially playing against a Copenhagen team that has been one team that they are no main fit in the Champions League this season. They've been competitive despite they've not gotten the desired result, but they've been competitive to some extent. But I still expect Barcelona to take out 3 points despite the fact that they are missing De Jong and Pedri.
All right, so the commentary I have here says that Barca trail FC Copenhagen at the break after a stunning early strike from the Dasin set up by LSU. All the action scenes has flowed one way. Barca are absolutely dominating with 77 possession and 12 shots, including 5 on target. Goal XG for them has been 1.17. Lewandowski and Eric Garcia have both come so close to scoring, with the latter rattling the crossbar, yet Koskaski and the Copenhagen defense are surviving the storm. Copenhagen have barely threatened since the opener, just 2 shots, 0.6 xG. So as it is, we can only expect that there will be more pressure from Barca in the second half, and Copenhagen will have to tighten their belt of defense right there. Also right here, we're looking at those trailers, and we see, as it is right now, Real Madrid trailing. Of course, you will say that Real Madrid will likely come forward. Yema said so earlier. They will likely come back. But what happens? What happens? The new coach is Arbeloa here. He's saddled with a responsibility. He must not lose. Okay, so because they have a stigma hanging around them. Even if he loses, they will still be on 15 points. But it has a challenge not to lose to Benfica in this game. If you are in Arbeloa's shoes, what would you likely do? Who will you introduce and who will likely take off?
I think first of all we need to remind our viewers that Arbeloa has not been confirmed as the permanent manager. I think he's still the interim, yeah,
to the
end of the season. And I believe he wants to give his best, probably for him to be able to also see if there's a way or chance for him to retain the job at
the club has been performed very well.
So I don't think losing this game, he won't want to lose this game. He wants to do everything. But now he's playing against a very good manager, is strong. The manager that also knows the in and out of Real Madrid. Talking about just Murillo. So that's where the experience is now. I think if you ask me, when it comes to the true manager, I think he's playing against a well equipped and probably one of the best manager in the world of football. But look at Real Madrid, player for player against Benfica. You see that Real Madrid players, they will wipe the floor with the players of Benfica. But it now depends on the tactics now from the manager, how the manager wants them to play, how the manager wants them to translate, their own potential on the field. So you look at Real Madrid, they know they need to win this game. Not just, in fact, they need to avoid defeat. So you look at the bench, there are still some exciting players that can come in. But as far as they are still having Mbappe and Vinicius on the pitch, I still think Real Madrid have about 60% chance of coming back in this game.
Right, 50-60% more than average. And right now, as it is, the games are reopening, and we see the teams coming back to the field for the second half of the match day 8 of the Champions League 2025-2026 edition. And the clubs are back, the gladiators are back on the arena, and some matches have restarted. Liverpool has restarted against Karabag FC right there. And we also have 1 or 2 matches. Dortmund has also restarted for the second half. We also see Cole Palmer being introduced right here, just as we discussed in the studio. Cole Palmer has been brought in right in the second half, and Chelsea needs to hurry this up and change some stuff.
Yeah. And I think that's the best way to go, because you need to win this game. It's not about you now trying to see if you can play the return leg at home, because this is the final opportunity for you now to make the the top 8. So they need their best players on the pitch as early as possible, and that is the right way for the manager to go.
Right, so that's the best option for the manager. Okay, so let's do a gamble. Cole Palmer scores, yes or no?
Yeah, there's always possibility of him.
No, gamble. Cole Palmer scores, yes or no? What's your take? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, mind. Palmer scores, yes or no? Yes. Okay, so guys, analysts are saying Cole Palmer will likely score. This is not a guarantee, but this is a likely position. Okay, so bookmakers, take note. Cole Palmer is on the field for Chelsea, and Chelsea is still taking on Napoli. Napoli leads 2-1 in that encounter, and the game has restarted as well and is ongoing. Also, all the games have restarted as we speak, except Club Brugge versus Marseille, which is still not started yet. Tottenham will score immediately into the second half and taking a lead right now.
Accident. I think Kolomwani and is it Odobet? One other player again. I think Kolomwani is to play for Frankfurt also before. I think Kolomwani played for Frankfurt. Is it PSG? Juventus to Tottenham.
Chelsea in possession by the one thing to do.
Barca just equalized. Okay, so Barca got one right there, 1-1, and the goal coming from the foot of no other than the Maestro Lewandowski at the 48th minute of the game. So game even, game on for Barca and Copenhagen.
Yeah. Barcelona back in it. Try to get all three. Try to climb back.
I think even a win for Barcelona now, probably even with one goal, might take them back into the top 8, because the lack of Chelsea now, are losing. Chelsea was above Barcelona even before the game started. So if Chelsea failed to win and Barcelona win, I think Barcelona will make it into the top 8, regardless of the, how many goals they scored. They were at the same point with PSG and Newcastle. So a win, just a win, and if PSG failed to win, if they play like they draw, yeah,
a better chance. So as it is, surprises may still happen, but we'll keep our fingers crossed and we'll keep monitoring the games. We're still right there in the studio of Premier Sports Fan Center, your best channel of watch-along football show right here. Tell a friend to tell a friend, as Yemite will say, to sign on and subscribe to this channel. Log on, subscribe, be one of us, join us, advertise and be part of the show whenever we're up, and subscribe so that you'll get our alerts when we're on. And so much is going on in Europe right now. So much, and Yemite will continue to take us from here.
Just ground of football fans there. Yes, is one team that has 3-4 of the Coach Antonio Conte, not only the best of the best when it comes to UEFA Champions League. Right now, leading at home, they are doing. They will be really fast. That Chelsea has not any count. No. How far they right there. In Naples, it is still goes to 1 to Chelsea. Let me wait, Arsenal. Chelsea. One thing Napoli trying to do and in top pockets. Polo will be smiling. Arsenal is smiling.
As expected, I expected Arsenal to get the win. I'm not even, worried about Arsenal getting a win in this game. But at the same time, you could see me focusing on the Chelsea game. I think for Chelsea, fine, they're already behind, and what they need to do now is to avoid, conceding another goal. And you could see the manager already make attacking substitution. At the same time, while doing that, they need to make sure they don't allow Napoli to eat them on the break. So they still have maybe 40 minutes or more to get something from this game. I think a draw might even be enough for Chelsea. But let's see, because other teams also that are below Chelsea at the beginning of this thing are still playing draw.
Powerful. One. I still won at the park. Yes, that ground off right. Champions, the new winners, the first time winners last season.
Right there in Parc des Princes, and we're talking of France right there. And PSG still playing the draw with Newcastle. Parfos are trying to surprise us here, but I guess they're waking up late. It's morning for Parfos. I'm not sure it's morning for them. Even if they won this game, they'll still be on the 28th position on the log of the group stage for this year's encounter of Champions League. And that is not going to take them into the qualification playoff. So Parfos, even if they score 10 goals, they're not going beyond elimination with 9 points. Even if it's 100 goals, they're not going anywhere. And of course, Parfos is playing Slavia Praga. Slavia Praga is also sitting way behind them, so it's a case of a monkey helping another monkey to climb the tree of banana. Nobody is going anywhere between the two of them tonight. So as it is, the table keeps changing and it keeps looking different. And right now on the log table, the top 8 that are slated as it is if it ends this way. Arsenal, Bayern, Liverpool, Tottenham, Man City, Real Madrid, PSG and Newcastle are the favorites to finish top 8 right now.
Yeah, and I think a win for Inter Milan or Dortmund might see, the change. Either of them going into the top 8 as it stands. Even Atalanta itself, the win for Atalanta will take them into the top 8.
We'll see of this one at the end of this round of 5 minutes of that encounter, and it is sausage and yes, consider their chances at the back and so to qualify for the next. Just a win here, you'll be out of the, and that's why.
I think a win for Chelsea might give Pafos a chance to qualify. Because Napoli will be sitting on 8th position, while Pafos will be going to 9 points. So there's still, room for Pafos if Chelsea can turn things around. Not just Chelsea also, because there are teams also before today they're on 8th position and still they're not winning at the moment. So I think it will be a very big, historic one for Pafos to make it to the next round. This is the first time they'll be playing in the Champions League, and them even getting 9 points. Honestly, I think if it were to be in the other format, 9 points would have been enough for them to, qualify to the next round.
How about Pafos is sitting like the 4th or 5th with the 9 pointers with Eindhoven 9 points plus 1 goal difference. Marseille 9 points minus 2 goal difference, and Benfica 9 points minus 3 goal difference, because we get to Pafos at minus 5. So even if we pushed what was it called, Napoli down, Pafos will still not get it.
That is if Benfica. What about Benfica? If they fail to win, they'll drop points, because at the moment they are on 9 points because they are leading Real Madrid.
Benfica's position. Okay, so if Benfica drops points, Benfica drops points, but we still have Marseille. Marseille is losing, and they're still 9 points. And
Pafos needs to get the goals also.
Yep, even if Pafos gets all the goals and the 9 points, they still have Marseille.
The goals.
But I think Galatasaray can actually get this done. They are sitting on 10 points, and they are way above about 5 other clubs before you get to the 9 pointers. It's leading by 2 goals to 0.
And if they score one more,
So it's not. It's still, and apart from that,
between Galatasaray and Karabakh. Also, come back into that one. Still actually, so very much open in that.
Hello, you had something to say?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that like you said, still very much open. I think until the final whistle before we can ascertain the teams that will make it to the playoff. Yeah,
that's so correct. So Malo Gusto has been withdrawn, and then he also
Andres
predicted
Santos
Palmer to score. So guys, note that.
I think Andres Santos also has been withdrawn.
Oh, beautiful ball play from Arsenal right there, but the connection was lost, just interrupted by the defense of Kairat Almaty. Otherwise, that move, sensational Olympic kind of move, beautifully set up, but the Arsenal left back couldn't get to it. They call him Lewis Kelly. He did his best, but he couldn't get to it. And now Arsenal has a corner kick at a dangerous position right here to be taken by, I guess that will be Rice, the cocaine for Kairat Almaty.
I think that is easy.
That's not Rice. Okay, so that's Eze went for it, and Eze just fiddling around with the ball. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. These games are changing faces. Barcelona just got the second goal right there in Spain. Oh my goodness. The Catalans are up on their game right now. And the second goal was caught by our very own young star, the best player in the world, 2023, 2024, young Ballon d'Or, and in 2025, 24-25, also won the young Ballon d'Or, and that's Lamine Yamal, the super player for Barca. That young man, 18 years old, just put one in the net of Copenhagen, giving Barca an edge. 2 goals right now for Barca, 1 to FC Copenhagen. Paulo?
Yeah, I think we should call Barcelona the second half team because I think most of their games have been played and won. Ooh, wow. Wow. João Pedro. That was
okay, so as Chelsea gets a beautiful goal right there from João Pedro, and I think that was assisted by Cole.
That was a very good goal from João Pedro.
Beautiful goal. So Chelsea level up now. Chelsea with a level, 2-2 against Napoli right there. And Bodo Glimt taking a lead against Atletico Madrid. Oh, beautiful shot. Beauty.
So I think there's movement now.
Wow. Liverpool 5-0 against Karabakh.
Wow.
On the table. But before we go there, Liverpool here has Salah on the scoreboard and Etikite on the scoreboard. Also, Wiz on the scoreboard. Isn't this good for Liverpool fans?
Yeah, I think it's good. Liverpool, look at them in the last. I think they've not won any game. Probably in the last 4 games they've played in the league, they've not won apart from the FA Cup. I could remember them drawing. Is it 3 or 4 games before losing to Bournemouth? Liverpool are wanting to need that win desperately, and thank God they found the opponent to do that. I think a win for Sporting Lisbon might take them into the top 8 also.
Already Bayern has a goal by Musiala at the 58th minute against Eindhoven right there in Netherlands. And as it is right now, so many shakeups, just like Yema, it has just informed us. But PSG is yet to edge Newcastle. Both of them are just neck to neck. Real Madrid has just scored the second one, so it's a game on for Real Madrid right there. Also scored by the talisman, Kylian Mbappe. He has scored a brace today.
once you take him more to win games, you can't take anything.
Amazing talent. Paulo, what do you have to tell Atletico Madrid at this point in time?
Well, it's surprising that Atletico Madrid from
suffering against Bodo Glimt at home.
And Bodo Glimt, I think they've also a good. I think Bodo Glimt, I think they are the one that defeated Manchester City the other time.
Yes.
Yeah, they defeated Manchester City 3-1. So that should have given Atletico Madrid, or letting them know that you are not playing against an easy opponent. But I expected Atletico Madrid to win this game, and they started brilliantly where they scored. I think they are one of the first team to get a goal in tonight. So, but Bodo Glimt coming from behind, to be leading them right now, it's a very good one for them. But it's a very disappointing one for Atletico Madrid if they fail to make it into the top 8, because before the start of the games they have the opportunity to make it into the top 8. I don't think they'll get any opportunity better than this, other than playing against Bodo Glimt, and now they're throwing that away. So Diego Simeone will be very, very frustrated if they fail to win this game.
So Diego Simeone will be looking at who to substitute right now, to possibly look for somebody to help Solot. I wonder what is happening to Julian Alvarez right there. Why is he not poaching the goals? Because the only goal they scored was scored by Solot in that encounter. And we see Solot stepping up more than Arsenal trying to cook something here, but I guess somebody removed fire from the stove. From the defense of Kairat Almaty. Chelsea with a chance here. Chelsea trying to pull one out of the hat, building something from there, trying to pass in a dangerous position against Napoli. And Barcelona has just been awarded another penalty kick right there in Spain. There's a penalty awarded. Of course, we know who will step up to it. That will be Roberto Lewandowski. And a shot from Chelsea. Chelsea just took a wide shot by Enzo Fernandez right there. Which went. Massive player, massive form, and I'm sure the big boys will come for him. Penalty being taken by Barcelona, and it is being checked right now. And what comes out of this, we will tell you shortly. Penalty going on right there, and we're expecting Barca to step on. And as it is, Arsenal with a chance. Oh no, that was a selfish wayward from Martinelli. Martinelli just took one that was so wide of goal post from there. He could have played that to the center. Paulo, do you think he could have done better than that?
Yeah, I think he should. He should have done better by at least hitting the target. If you are not going to give the goal to your the ball to your teammate. So that was a very disappointing. Do better. Though in this game he has had a lot of he has been heavily involved in this game. You see him try to take on players. More especially even when he loses the ball, he goes back to get the ball back. But that play from him was a very, very wrong decision from him.
Right, so the penalty has been taken by Barcelona, and it is a goal. Roberto. No, the penalty was taken by Rafinha. Rafinha took the penalty shot at the 69th minute and put it right there in between the sticks and behind the goal line for a goal to Barca. Barca now with 3-1 and with 7-goal difference, pushing themselves strongly right ahead of Man City on the table and sitting in the 5th position with 16 points. The position is also pending what Chelsea is going to play, as well as what Real Madrid may come out with right here. But as it is right now, Barca sitting on the 5th position on the log, 16 points and 7-goal difference, and City 6-goal difference.
And Ajax are back in it. 1-1 Ajax. 70th minute of that encounter.
I think if Ajax get a win, I think they will be also in the midst for the what do you call it? The playoffs, including Olympiacos themselves.
Yeah. It looks like, I think Olympiacos looks like their home and dry already. Let's see, Olympiacos. Oh, I think
Olympiacos is not dry.
they are not dry.
Olympiacos is being dried by Ajax here.
So the two of them are even out of the qualification spot. They are out of the qualification.
But a win for either of the team might,
Both of them are going to be in 9 points, should they win. I mean, should Ajax win, it's 9 points. Should Olympiacos win, they go on to 11 points. So Olympiacos will only qualify if they get to 11 points, but Ajax may not qualify with 9 points, even if they win, because they're presently on 7 points at a draw, and they could maximum they could get is 9 points. So Ajax may not go anywhere. Goal difference against them is -12.
So I think Ajax doesn't have a chance, but if Olympiacos can win, I think Olympiacos have a chance. Still 2-1 at the Metropolitano Stadium, right there, Atletico Madrid home ground, and Tottenham still leading 1-0 at Germany, and Liverpool still leading 5-0. McAllister with 2 goals, the Argentine. Ekitike, Salah, and Florian with the guys that complete the 5-0. So the corner kick FC has a corner kick to take. 71st minute, leading 3-1 at the Emirates Stadium.
Corner FC.
Yeah, Corner FC.
Corner FC takes a short one, but that was a poorly taken one. But they will get another chance to take another one. Oh no, the ball was saved by the goalkeeper. That was saved by the goalkeeper. While Chelsea is trying to dig a hole right there, they're trying to dig something and create something against Napoli. But the Naples are not taking it easy. This is one area, this is one club, one city where Diego Maradona became a legend, and he made so much mark, winning trophies for them and putting the names of the city on the map. And they will never forget Diego Maradona in Naples.
They named the stadium Diego Armando Maradona Stadium, Naples, and is one person that we can say is worshipped.
I don't think only Napoli. I think the world of football we definitely forget it, more especially the English fans.
Yeah, that they called it the hand of God.
No, but I think it has a special connection with Napoli, having won.
Also with the English fans also.
No,
the English fans don't like him.
He has a special connection with them also.
It's not special. It's hatred.
I get your joke.
I get it.
That's like Yori and the islands, the Irish also. Using the handball there that made them qualify for the World Cup. So they won't forget that name.
Yeah, right. I remember that match in 1986 when England faced. England was eliminated by Diego Maradona's Argentina.
And they called it the hand of God.
Apart from the hand of God, in that match he played like a demon.
Yeah.
It was all over the place. It was just, the prime Lionel Messi we saw. For those who didn't see him in the 80s when he did his thing, that prime Lionel Messi give you the ball, playmaker, go there to connect it, and if his head wasn't going to touch it,
I think those days football were more rugged than the way it is today, because the way players,
a lot of tackles.
You look at the clips of those days, you see the way the players are like rugby players of nowadays.
And Royal Union leading 1-0 against Atalanta. Looks like
that means I think the table will take another turn now, because Atalanta, they were in a very good position before, but
they are comfortable. They are already qualified. In fact, if they win, they might be part of the top 8.
That is what I'm saying. Being part of the top 8.
But they won't go down.
Atalanta moves down to 15th position, Royal Union Galileo stays there, right there, the number 29th position. These are wonderful spoilers. I think they won 2 matches or so, and those 2 matches were against big clubs. And should they win this, there will be another spoiler there, taking Atlanta, sinking them to number 15. Oh, but even at number 15, they're still good to go, because the top 24. Arsenal with a chance, and Eze being selfish here. What does he do? And he he gets a corner kick. He had a chance. He could have dropped it for his teammate, who was in a better position to shoot. But he held on to the ball for too long and took it into a very tight corner for himself. Take another look. He could have actually dropped that ball.
I think he even missed the ball, and the Almaty player gave him the ball again before they finally cleared it. So it's going to be a corner kick to us.
I actually think that being a striker or an attacker, you need to be selfish sometimes,
Yeah.
You need to hold on to the ball as long as you can. Let them foul you in the penalty area or possibly make some mistakes that you can cook from rather than just drop it. So it's not bad to hold the ball again if you're in such dangerous positions. But you just got to know when to leave it when others are in a better position. So Arsenal with the corner kick right now, they take a short one, and what do they do? Eze with the ball, he takes a shot at the goalkeeper, deflected, sent out. And Arsenal will rebuild again, and the ball will come to the right position. And what do they do with it? Odegaard sends the ball across, and that will go nowhere. The wall of Gibraltar right there, being set up by Kairat Almaty. Don't want Arsenal to score one more goal here.
And Tottenham Hotspur made it to 77 minutes in Germany. So it looks like Tottenham is home and dry for one of the English teams to be in the top 8. Arsenal done and dusted. Liverpool done and dusted. Now Tottenham looks to be done.
I think City is good as
yeah. City also. So it looks more like England will keep that 5 slot, the coefficient.
Yeah, Newcastle also, they're still in the mix.
England has 6
already now.
Going to the Champions. Right now, England has 4 teams in the top 8. 4 teams in the top 8.
Chelsea and Newcastle
are very close. 9-10 points respectively.
A win for them.
That shows the veracity of the English clubs this season.
Yeah.
They're pretty strong. They are pretty productive.
Funnily, Tottenham not really doing well in the domestic
football. They're sitting on the 16th
position. But I think they want to take the same route they took last season. We saw them doing bad in the league and Europa League.
Will they win this Champions League?
We might.
That's one of the jokes of the day.
It's football. It's football.
I think that's one.
There was anybody that gave them the opportunity,
Of course, Tottenham was a final miss in that position.
Against,
there.
I think if they have played another team other than Liverpool,
it was an accidental finalist in that encounter.
I don't think it was accidental, but
I think it was accidental.
I think Ajax lost concentration that minute. And that was why what happened, and that goal, Luka Moura.
Oh, you can tell from the final. Forget. Liverpool, what was it called now? Tottenham final of that particular encounter.
Champions League.
It was Tottenham.
It was a one-sided.
Tottenham Liverpool, and it was just a lone goal that decided.
2-1. Was it a long 2-1? Was it 2-1 or 1-0?
It's 1-0.
It was a penalty.
The goal was even scored, I think, very early in the game.
It was a penalty. Like that, so. It was like it didn't live up to.
Honestly, I think that one of the
easiest final I've seen in a long time. It was really easy for Liverpool.
Was that season
PSG Inter.
No, PSG Inter was not as if it was easy. PSG dominated. It's different from a team just like strolling the park. But this one, PSG came for the head of it.
That season, a lot of fans were tipping Ajax to go all the way to the final after winning the first leg, away from home. And only for them, I really pitied Ajax that season because they divided C Ronaldo with Juventus, Real Madrid and co, and en route to the semi-final, but only for Tottenham of all people to and in fact the Tottenham won that game in the last 15 minutes of the
with Lucas Moura coming in and getting a stunner.
And Olympiacos just put one in. Now leading 2-1 at Ajax. And Club Brugge made it 3-0 at the 79th minute. And I think that with this goal, they might just be leapfrogging Galatasaray on the table right there. And PSV Bayern Munich 1-1. It is at this point in time. Inter Milan 1-0 right now.
I think Inter should be in the top 8 now with that win.
With that lead, they're leading.
Rather.
Yeah. They climbed up to 8 now with 15 points with that lead. And if Chelsea can just get one, Chelsea should be.
I think Romelu Lukaku, it's been a while I've seen him.
He was out injured from the beginning of the season. That's why they had to go bring Watchalong. He got injured early in Barcelona.
So right now with Inter moving up, and we have Paris Saint-Germain stepping out of the top 8. Newcastle being pushed out of the top 8, and Chelsea also. But all of them just at the edge of them. Atletico Madrid is still there. Should Atletico Madrid win this match or get a draw here, they will be getting 14 points, and should they win, they will get 15 points and be in the mix one more, possibly pushing out Inter Milan. But I don't think they will push Inter Milan out if they got 15 points.
So
Arsenal still slugging it out with Kairat Almaty right there in England, and we have seen Madueke just being fouled. Noni Madueke has been fouled in a dangerous position by the defense of Kairat Almaty. Will Arsenal score again and make it 4? We'll find out shortly. And as Chelsea is attacking right now, and a ball has just been, a pass has just been sent. It looks like an offside, but there is no flag until the ball has been played. Now the flag has gone up. It was an offside all along, and the game will be restarted from an offside.
I think he knew it was an offside.
But he could have still dropped the pass for the,
I think Napoli is out as far as I'm concerned.
But if they get a
Napoli
win,
has just replaced the striker with.
Napoli needs to win.
We just got Romelu Lukaku coming in for Napoli. The Belgian is here to do his thing again. Arsenal with a chance in the dangerous position across, and Eze will head. Arsenal still has a chance.
Offside.
Will it be an offside? And the flag goes up.
Offside, yeah.
That's an offside against Noni Madueke. So the game between Arsenal is still 3-1 against Kairat Almaty, and Chelsea, Napoli are still 2
for Chelsea.
Chelsea with a chance 2-on-3. A shot,
a
goal. Chelsea gets the third goal right there. Napoli to João Pedro again, getting himself on the score sheet. And now João Pedro has a brace right here. And Chelsea with 3 points potentially right there against Napoli. And Chelsea moves straight to number 6 on the table, pushing Man City down to number 7. And we see Napoli going further down now. Napoli going straight to 28 and may lose all their chances of qualifying for the playoffs for this encounter next encounter of Champions League. That was a beautiful goal from João Pedro for Chelsea, and the
look at that,
also made by that gentleman Cole Palmer.
Let me see. The goalkeeper
was rooted. There was nothing he could do.
I don't know what happened to the new goalkeeper. What they call them? Napoli actually got. Maybe he's out injured because I expected him to have started this game. The guy from is it Slovakia, the former Torino goalkeeper.
Yeah, the guy with the beard.
I think he's out injured because. They recently brought the goal.
So that goal has shot Chelsea up to 6th on the.
Which Newcastle can also get the win to get into the.
So that means England has
5 out of 5. The win for Newcastle.
5 out of 8.
I just wish Newcastle can do it.
I think that coefficient is gone. I think
we might be having seen England with another 5 team at the end of the.
But Newcastle is away at PSG.
Yeah,
that would be a difficult ground.
where they can still get it if
Very
they've been able to
possible.
come back from one goal down
And
to
hopefully Chelsea doesn't concede again in this one, because you know these boys, you never can tell. Well, I think with the events going on, let's see if
If Real Madrid gets a draw, they move up 1 point and they might displace one.
they will displace Chelsea and Man City.
Barca has just got another goal, making 4-1 right here.
I think
And the Camp Nou, seeing Barcelona really peppering Copenhagen. It's like drawing the first blood. Oh, say, okay, hit me first, and then see what happens, of course. And we're seeing what is happening. The last goal was scored at the 85th minute by no other.
Funnily, if Benfica can get a goal, Benfica too will be back. Will stay in the Champions League. So funny how
Rashford, Marcus Rashford, the scorer of the last goal for Barcelona. Let's talk about Rashford a bit, and I want your honest opinion on this. Rashford seems to be finding his form playing in the Camp Nou compared to what he was experiencing at the Old Trafford. What do you think is responsible for this?
I think change of environment, new manager, new tactics, breath of fresh air, and also the terrain, the kind of football being played in Spain, I think suits him better right now than what he was used to at Man U. You know, Manchester United lately doesn't really have a proper structure of the way they want to play. So coming into a Barcelona that there's already a structure, he'll just plug in, and that's what has happened to him. And he's now more calmer, more disciplined, because you can't get the best out of yourself if you are not first disciplined. So
Absolutely.
I think everything is now working in the right direction, and it looks like Barcelona are going to keep a stay permanent.
Right, so Barcelona has already opened the discussion with United, not on the former deal they had of
30 million.
of retaining him, but a different deal, according to the Barca inside sources, saying that look, we're not looking at the deal of retainership, but let's open the deal like we want to buy your player right here. So
Yeah, not on loan, no. I think there was a clause in the deal for the buy, 30 million.
They had a clause, but they're not looking at that clause.
That
right?
clause, they
Yes,
want to
they are-
negotiate
They are
it.
negotiating on a different deal. They're looking
I think
at
Barcelona are finding a way.
20 million.
I see no reason why
pounds.
Barcelona should be doing that. That means they want to try to find a way of them not buying it. So they will now say at the end of the day, Manchester United made it difficult for them. Because if you already had an agreement initially that you'll be getting them for 30 million.
People negotiate loan
But
deals.
that's another issue, because at the moment now, Manchester United, they are seeing Rashford's performance at the Camp Nou.
Arsenal has made it
I think
4.
that's offside. No offside?
Gabriel Jesus put one in the net, and it looks like Arsenal has 4, and Kairat Almaty 1. I'm still waiting for Real Madrid to come back from this.
Come back.
Benfica still 3, Real Madrid 2. Actually, Real Madrid come back from here, they will have a chance to move up the ladder.
But they are still
I
in
think this guy should be
They're
Watchalong.
number 8 on the table.
Yeah.
But should they come back and get a point, they go to 16 points and they
What
go
is
straight
wrong
to
with
number
Cole
5,
Palmer?
pushing Barcelona to number 4. That's what they will do if Real Madrid
Offside,
gets
yeah.
a draw.
So the Arsenal goal, I think that will not stand because that's an offside from Gabriel Jesus.
Look at Fofana reacting from that foul on Cole Palmer that the referee turned a blind eye.
No guard out for Ibrahim right there. And the Arsenal goal may not stand, but the scoreboard is still showing for Arsenal 1 Kai. I think the referee might have been wrong. Possibly was corrected by VAR. It's 4 for Arsenal, 1 for Kairat Almaty.
So the goal stands.
The goal stands. And
but we saw the referee, well, let's
yeah, it could have been corrected by VR. And Copenhagen has scored the second goal against Barcelona, and it's 4-2 right there at Camp Nou.
Wow. The Napoli players are really, really showing their annoyance.
Game time in all this Champions League encounters on the average is now 89 minutes for most of the teams. As it stands in the 89th minute of the encounters, just 1 minute short of the regulation time. Arsenal with a good chance of a goal. What does Gabriel do? Oh, he hits that against the goalkeeper. He could have gotten a second goal there, but a shot was not clinical enough to beat the goalkeeper for Kairat Almaty. And Arsenal will try and build again. As it stands right now, Arsenal number 1, Man City, Bayern Munich number 2, Liverpool 3, Tottenham Hotspur number 4, Barcelona number 5, Chelsea 6, Man City 7. Real Madrid still sitting on the 8th position. It is the 90th minute right now. Arsenal still pushing through. Eze trying to dribble his way through it. Eze could not go through. The defenders were all on him like sugar, being chased around by ants. Sugar ants were all over him, but Arsenal will try and come forward again, but nowhere to go. The ball goes to the goalkeeper. Napoli will try to find a way back here, possibly get a draw. Should they get a draw, they get safe to play in the next playoff stage. And Chelsea will have to move down back to the playoff stage. But should they remain this way, Chelsea goes through to the top 8 and does not play in the playoff, while Napoli will go home. A shot from Arsenal was deflected. That was by Odegaard. It was deflected out for a corner kick to Arsenal. And Napoli is trying to get themselves up against Chelsea here. And the players are saying, we can do this, we can do this. We're now at the injury time. 5 minutes was added for injury time right there in Naples. And 3 minutes given to Arsenal to finish off Kairat Almaty. Arsenal has a chance at the corner, which they love to do. Let's see what happens here to the corner FC.
Corner kick FC corner kick.
Napoli with a chance. Oh my God,
no,
that was so close.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what a.
That was a good defensive work by Chelsea.
Okay, so the goal for Copenhagen, the second goal was disallowed after VAR took a look at it, and the scoreline as in Barcelona returned to 4 goals to Barca, 1 to Copenhagen.
And Tottenham won that one. Game ended already 2-0.
Tottenham is remaining in their position.
Yeah.
Real Madrid are now at the 86th minute of
Liverpool
the game.
ended 6-0.
Liverpool retains their position as well. We're looking at this is all drama, so interesting. You know, at the beginning of the encounter, some clubs were not expected to enter the top 8, but right now things are different. Napoli is still trying to put something out of the hat. They have about 3 more minutes to do this. They don't look too productive from where they stand.
Honestly,
Chelsea is keeping them in their playing a high line, keeping Napoli on their own side of the field. And Napoli just missed a chance, a golden chance. And the ball is back in their half. They're going to build again. Napoli pushing towards the end of Chelsea. You can see Cucurella running with all his hair. I don't know. And a chance for Napoli. Was that a foul? No. The referee says there's nothing wrong with that tackle.
I've crossed the ball. He wants to do a 360 there.
What is this?
Napoli will have a chance to throw.
What is that for Menzo? It is very funny. Why did he declare that?
Kairat Almaty got the second goal.
Oh, look at the
And
So the 4th goal has been chopped off.
Yeah.
So it's 3-2. And it's not bad actually. You see what these guys are doing?
Napoli with a golden chance. Oh my God.
That was a very
that was a super save by Sanchez. Oh boy, that was so close.
You see what Garnacho just did? Enzo did his own. Garnacho could have just cost Chelsea the top.
So close.
I think this is the second time. The last 2 minutes that the goalkeeper will be,
See, any Chelsea fan just have to appreciate Sanchez so far this season. He has moved up a miles ahead of what he did last season. The saves, keeping us in games, honestly, you just have to talk about it because we criticized him a lot last season. And this season, when he's doing well, we have to talk about it. Roberto Sanchez, one of the most improved goalkeeper in the Premier League this current campaign. So last minute,
I don't understand why this guy is celebrating.
they will. They got 2 good goals in at the Emirates.
Well, they know they don't stand a chance of getting a win, but
Two goals.
So it's a very good one. First time for Kairat Almaty, a team from I think Kazakhstan or Azerbaijan. I think Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
Yeah, so a good one for them. At least it will be an experience for them, and hopefully when they come again next season, they might do better.
Yeah, maybe they can do better as it is right there. And Chelsea boys trying to run down the clock. Right, the Arsenal game ended 3-2. Bayer Leverkusen also ended 3-0. Look at this. Look at this. A touchdown. Lukaku.
Wow, Romelu Lukaku.
What is this from Garnacho?
Took a beautiful placing there, but was right to the hands of the goalkeeper. He didn't find the right direction. And the game has ended. The referee has blown his whistle. For full time, Chelsea has secured their position in top 8. Chelsea is not going to play in playoff again.
I think all Chelsea fans now will be able to breathe, and good one.
Yes, they can breathe. They can breathe.
Most clubs wants to.
Chelsea finishing in the 6th position in the top 8.
I wish Newcastle could just join. Honestly.
Newcastle still
and Sporting Lisbon just edged out Real Madrid from the automatic spot.
That would be a very, very
leading 3-2 away at Athletic Bilbao.
Wow. Real Madrid.
Wow.
I think before the start of the games tonight, Real Madrid was I think 4th.
And funnily,
Real Madrid was 4th.
The Man City game has ended. So if Real Madrid get a draw here, Man City will be out of the automatic spot.
Absolutely. Real Madrid just needs a draw.
Yeah,
and they get back to number 5 position.
And I think they can get it. If they once they see what is going on, I think they will react. And PSG Newcastle ended 1-1. Bayern won 2-1.
So PSG loses their spot in the top 8.
Yeah.
Inter loses their spot. Newcastle seem to be
I think PSG, they will want to look at the way they did it last season, and I don't think this PSG of this season is the same as the PSG of last
Benfica,
season.
Despite their position defeating Madrid, they are still not qualified.
So they just want to spoil the party.
Yeah,
they are still not qualified. Although the game hasn't ended, Madrid can still get a draw.
The funniest part is if Benfica can score 1 goal, they will qualify. If Madrid can score 1 goal, Madrid will move to the automatic spot. So, but if Madrid move up now, it is Man City
that will move down.
Wow.
What a drama.
Drama.
So all eyes on Benfica Madrid right now. That's a very deciding game. Real Madrid got a red card right here. Raul Asensio has got a 2nd yellow card and has been sent off by the referee at the 90 minutes.
I think Asensio is Bernabeu Ramos right at Real Madrid. I think even at the Club World Cup, he picked up a red card also.
They still have 3 minutes to play in that encounter. 5 minutes was added, and they're now on the 3rd minute.
But this is a 2 yellow card, red card.
Well, it doesn't matter. I think he's the new Sergio Ramos now at Real Madrid.
Yes, he's very close to a red card. It's just 1 step away from a red card.
Wow. So, with just a goal now, Benfica will stay in Champions League.
1 goal.
Just 1 goal. And
with
Madrid
just
with 1 goal will step up.
Madrid will move up into.
So
all eyes. Benfica that needs it more now than Real Madrid, because Real Madrid will definitely with a goal
stay.
Or not, will be playing.
Because the playoff actually gives your players a chance to score more goals in Champions League.
But I don't think those goals matter.
No, they will matter. If
I
you
don't
play
think so.
like Kylian Mbappe seems to be one of the leading goal scorers.
Well,
If he goes and play in the
I don't think
playoffs,
that goal should matter because if not, why would the likes of Barcelona and Koda will not be playing because they top the group and you are counting goals for the teams that are playing in the playoff. I don't think that goal would.
no, you don't understand what I'm saying. Individual
Probably maybe
awards. Kylian Mbappe and the rest of them fighting
But
for
in
sport.
the
They have
Champions
2
League-
extra games where they can score more goals and earn more
we just
goals.
have to confirm, but I don't think that goal should be counted as.
They will be counted. They will count. It's just
I think for now,
Do you understand what I'm trying
all
to say?
Man
Because
City fans will be Benfica fans for the next 1 minute.
Yeah, I think Benfica have the opportunity now, and they need it more, and they know that only a goal will, keep them in the Champions League. So, unlike Real Madrid,
Real Madrid also played the playoff last season.
yeah. So
They ousted Man City in the playoff before.
and we might even be seeing Man City and Real Madrid in the playoff also.
again.
No.
Okay,
One
Man
of
City.
them.
Okay.
Man
yeah,
City
yeah.
already.
Only one of them
So
will
one
go
of
to play.
them will go for playoffs. So I think it's going to be interesting. PSG already confirmed playoffs. Tottenham Hotspur playoff.
I think PSG will be knocked out in the playoff this time around because the PSG of last season and this season is not the same. A lot of people will make a excuse for them last season because you look at the round of 16s, they had almost all their players available playing going for, and they have those players right now, but things are not working in their way. And I won't be surprised if they are knocked out, depending on the opponent they will be playing. And we need to start looking at the teams there. They have the likes of Atletico
Free
Madrid.
kick to Real Madrid. What will they do here? They have a final shot. The ball safely in the hands of the goalkeeper.
Why are the
I don't
Benfica
understand.
players wasting time?
Oh, I think it's better they win this game, man.
I think after first 4 games, they will
Look at the Benfica owner raising his voice. Because they
And you could say the
needed to.
desperate Madrid player going to seize the ball
Is it
from
wasting
the
time
goalkeeper.
or what? Or is it a free kick? I think, okay, offside. Okay.
Who's that? This guy is quickly turning to Ronaldo. He wants more goals. He wants to score 1,000
And a yellow
goals.
card.
And he got a yellow. That's
Another red card?
good. Oh, he got a red. That's beautiful. He's going to miss the next match.
No,
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. I think he came home in the second half. It wasn't part of the 11. What's wrong with Real Madrid?
Rodrigo gets a red. Mbappe was just excused. He should have got one too.
Yeah, I think Mbappe should have gotten a yellow card for
Yeah,
that one.
he should have got a yellow.
And I don't know why he's complaining. I mean, Rodrigo. And he's still complaining.
Rodrigo actually got 2 yellow cards concurrently. He gave
Back
him
to
one
back.
and he gave him another one.
I think he said something there.
Yes. Must have effed up the referee.
And we have less than how many minutes? Benfica, can you just, throw the...
Just one last chance for Benfica. What will Jose Mourinho do if they score this
I
goal?
think they will run wide.
Hey, will he be able to run at the Bernabeu? Okay, he's at home. Yes, it's at home, so he
I
can
think they should
run.
be playing on this.
No,
was
that's
soft.
a
That's a foul.
That's a
Soft.
foul.
What
See the
are
goalkeeper,
they going to
everybody.
do here? 2 red cards for Real Madrid. Very indisciplined side here. They should be doing better than this for their a chance, a goal! The goalkeeper got it! Oh my God! Benfica
I think we are seeing
gets one.
Alison Becker 2.0.
Wow!
And is it from
Oh my God! Jose Mourinho!
What?
Oh my goodness! What a drama! This is
This is something else.
woo!
Goodness.
If it stays like this, Marseille
End of game. The game is over, and Benfica wins 4 goals to 2.
I think it's over. I think the referee ended the game also.
Yes, the game is over, and Benfica finds themselves still not qualified.
We just have to.
Benfica are qualified.
They're still not
We
qualified.
just have to look
They
at
are sitting on the 25th position. Except they have to push somebody away from that top.
wow, that was a
No,
very good
they
No, they don't.
they did.
How?
They leapfrog Marseille. The game they've now uploaded it on the.
So they leapfrog Marseille?
Yeah, goal difference -2, -1.
-2.
Yes.
Oh my God. So,
This goal made it -2.
oh my
That's why
God.
they
And it was the
celebrated
goalkeeper that scored the
Yeah.
winning goal. This is so interesting.